No, no, no. Okay, wait. Okay, so we stopped our recording, but we're still streaming. Alright, I'm gonna open up the craft, and I'm gonna check out the stream on my phone. Where the Okay. I just freaking bought my freaking Boeing, bro. And I can't find my dadgum phone. Oh, found it. Okay. So, Minecraft's loading up. Let's go check out the stream. Make sure, like, our audio's, you know, whatever. Okay, wait. I want to check if I'm lagging. That's actually the main, you know, goal. I'm lagging. I'm totally lagging. Okay. So, Minecraft's loading up. Let's go check out the stream. Make sure, like, our audio's, you know, whatever. Alright. Okay, wait. I want to check if I'm lagging. That's actually the main, you know, goal. Okay, so I'm totally lagging. At least the stream is lagging. I hate how this happens. Let me go check out my storage. Hello. Oh my gosh. Bro, this idiot laptop. Okay, wait. No, no, no. I gotta close all of my stuff, though. That's actually a good point. Oh my god, I'm so laggy. At least the stream is lagging. I hate how this happens. Let me go check out my storage. Yo, Roblox, you want to close, or you just want to, like, stand there with your butt in your pants? Hello? Oh my gosh. Bro, this idiot laptop. Okay, wait. Alright, let's go check it out. I gotta close all. Let's go check out. Oh my god. Okay, so it's not as bad as it used to be. I hate how this happens. But is there any way I can pause or something? Yo, Roblox, you want to close, or you just want to, like, stand there? Roblox wants to stand there, just FYI. Oh my gosh. Bro, this idiot laptop. Okay, wait. Alright, let's go check it out. I gotta close all. Let's go check out. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop the stream, bro. This is bad. Okay, so it's not as bad. Oh my god, wait, it's not lagging anymore. I hate how this happens. But Roblox, my friend. You wanna close, or you just wanna, like, stand there? Roblox wants to stand there, just FYI. My friend Roblox, hello. Okay, I'm not lagging anymore, so it's like. Okay, finally, I get to close Roblox. I'm gonna close Epic Games. So it was really just Discord that was lagging me. All right, we're good. We're hopping in on the craft. Oh my god, wait, it's not lagging anymore. Okay, wait. I came to that great revelation, and now I can cut down my audio. Let's check out our chat. I'm gonna edit it to all messages. We're gonna be farming some pumpkins here. So, you know, last night I actually did a lot of preparation. This is, you know, the beginning of my new city. And I feel like it's best if I, you know, kind of show the plan that's going on here. You know what? I'm actually going to get rid of my mini-map, because I feel like that's not super vanilla. Alright. I'm back to lagging. Wow. I'm lagging real bad. It's going to come back to normal, I hope. That's so bad, dude. Holy cow. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to explain this. But anyway, this is the new city that I'm building. I'm going on 18 by 18 blocks with 5-block wide streets. And the problem is that, you know, 18 by 18 blocks are just way too small. But that is not the purpose of this part of the city. Like, this is going to be, you know, a huge trial run. So, basically, all of the blocks that I've constructed, by the way, are going to be a part of the Central Business District. I'm not even, like, really planning on doing much, but they're going to be part of the Central Business District of this area of the town. Like, there's a lot of cities where there's multiple CBDs. And so over here we have, like, a boardwalk that's also going to serve as a retaining wall, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks wide, which, you know, I can push it back a block and get my retaining wall to kind of be, like, all even and stuff. And then over here we have the docks that are all going to come in. So I actually spent a lot of last night not only collecting resources for the original, eventual block I'm going to use for the road, which is stone bricks. Like, I'm sorry, I'm like super basic, but I don't really have much of a choice. You know, stone bricks are just such a good block, especially when it comes to using them for streets. I'm kind of trying to go for like a European cobblestone type of vibe, but the problem is that cobblestone is really ugly, and like I can so easily work in other blocks to kind of complement the stone brick, but not be like a gradient or a type of texture. By the way, these are my maxed out shears that I'm actually going to use to push the boardwalk back a single block to make it one block bigger. That's all that's needed. And you know, I really have to decide on a Y level. I mean, not really. I don't mind going through minor elevation change throughout the city, but at the end of the day, I do need to make a choice. I don't think I got every single wool block, but yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is let's check out our Y level. We're at Y68, so that's 5 blocks down. I think that's honestly perfect. So we're gonna start off 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay. So now I just have to really remove everything at this Y level. All the stuff that's getting in the way, at least. And then all the stuff for the retaining wall can, you know, come in later. Because I kind of want to give my docks the opportunity to thrive. And, you know, this also serves as, you know, an opportunity for me to collect some sand. Because, you know, like, you always need sand in a Minecraft world. It's just so pivotal. Let's get to that boardwalk, you know? Shall we? Alright, well, I'm gonna stop watching on my own stream because that's actually hella depressing. And I'm just gonna hope that someone comes in. And also, I'm gonna eventually have to make this retaining wall. I think I'm gonna make it like the retaining wall that I made in my first city. Which is going to be lodestones on the edge and tough bricks. Although, actually tough bricks are pretty tough, I can't lie. But yeah, a lot of terraforming is going to go into this city. And especially like for our central business district, I want everything to be flat. I don't really care when we move out of the central business district, and even if we move into like industrial, but this is, I need to stop calling this a city because this is honestly going to end up being an exurb to my main city. But maybe not, because it's technically the first port. So I feel like the most time I'm actually going to spend on the city is going to be this area of, well, you know, the city, right? It's going to be my trial run. I'm just going to see, you know, what really goes on. So, yeah. Alright. Let's clear it out all the way up until here. I'm definitely going to need way more stone bricks, but I'm obviously going to move away from them. But yeah, so this town, this exurb, is really just going to be, you know, my trial run for the city at the end of the day, which, you know, might sound stupid, but like this is, again, like I said earlier, this is where all of the testing for the city is going to go, right? This is where I'm going to decide what my grid ends up looking like, you know, for example. Do I go for a grid? Do I go for organic development? Do I try and, you know, mix it all in together? Which I think I might. It's going to be difficult, but I want my downtown area, which I have an area picked out. Like, I know that's going to be my downtown area. Like, if you were in this world, you'd be like, yeah, this is where I'd put a downtown area. And you're like, wow, Lego Al, you're actually a freaking genius. But anyway, this is gonna be all the testing, right? So I'm gonna see if I can try and transition from a strict grid into organic development. And this is what I'm doing here, right? I have my strict grid with my central business district, which is really like a 3x3. Maybe if I develop further that way, a 4x3 type of area where, we're going to have, I wouldn't even say high rises, but at least 4-story buildings, right? Kind of big box. And especially over here near the docks, I'm going to figure something out to connect them. But the problem is that the boardwalk along the docks is going to be so important industrially and like business wise that I still need to have these wide 5-block roads that supplement it, because so much traffic really is going to be moving in and out of these areas. I mean, this is just the type of stuff that you learn when you take like some classes. I'm not trying to seem like a genius like urban planner or anything, but yeah. I'm lucky trying to see if someone's in my stream. No one's in my stream. Still to this day. Nice. Oh, snap. I stand corrected. Alright, let's actually, now that we're at my chest monster, let's put our sand back. And let's go make more stone brick slabs. I think I'm going to use all of these. Because it's not just a matter of really finishing this boardwalk. It also comes down to I have to build my first 2 buildings. I don't have a design plan at all. I have a rough idea of how tall I want them to be, which is going to be like 4 or 5 stories. Stories being 3-4 blocks tall. The basic stuff that the average Minecrafter would apply. But actually, no. You know what? No. I'm gonna build my retaining wall. I don't think I have the resources for it at all, actually. So, yeah, I think no. Yeah, no. I'm right. I'm gonna start out. This world is going to start out with the roads. Period. Like, we're going to work on the roads first. We're gonna make our roads first, and we're gonna have our city be built around our roads. Which, I mean, I guess is kind of stupid. Like, it sounds really stupid considering I've already superimposed a really strict grid with strict block sizes, but yeah. But anyway, this is more the northern part of the city anyway. Like, kind of like a northern vibe. We've got, like, snowy capped mountains over there, right? The grass is greener, darker. So, yeah, that's just how it's going to go. Yeah. So, yeah. I say I keep it all at the same Y level for now. And then I can terraform these 2 blocks down, 2 blocks down. Build up, and then I can start, adhering to the terrain requirements. Like, I desperately want to build the first building, but the problem is that really, my plan is these 2 buildings, because they're so close to the docks, they're going to end up being warehouses. And because I still need to keep, this strict grid, they're both going to be bought by the same company and connected through, like, a bridge in the air. So it kind of tells a story of, I don't know, strict city rules and maybe zoning requirements or whatever, and how developers had to, I don't know, I wouldn't say adhere to it, but how developers had to adapt is the right word. That's the word I was looking for. How developers adapt to it. You could call me cheap for using slabs instead of full blocks. I don't care. I mean, like, I'm saving so much time in blocks and durability and whatnot. All things that I, don't have. So, it's good that I'm saving. But yeah, this is also this city, or at least Exurb. When I begin to develop my city over there, and it's gonna start sprawling outwards organically with the CBD, with the downtown area at least being the heart of the city, kind of like the exact center as well. Um, I'm going to do all of my new urbanism practices because I'm going to learn a lot of things along the way. So this is also, again, this city, this first town, really, this first coastal development is going to be my guinea pig. And you know, actually, what would be really cool is if I gave, you know, my original city back in the savannah, the one I spent 1,000 days building, if I gave that one a name, right? If I gave it a name and a banner, and I just covered this thing in the name and the banner and have it be like a colony of the city. Because at the end of the day, this is kind of what the whole thing is. That city ran out of space, ran out of materials, doesn't have water. So yeah, it does need to be a colony at the end of the day. Because of the resources that that city's going to need. If that makes sense. Like, I so desperately just... I think, no, the first thing I need to do is get rid of these dunes and bluffs so that I can put in the retaining wall. Let me... whatever. I don't even need to empty my inventory for this. And then I can hop into my creative world and work on the retaining wall from there. I know, again, it's going to be lodestones at the top and probably, like, iron bars as a rail. But then it's like, well, then what after said iron bars, right? What's going to be, you know, the real heart of this retaining wall? Because of my old city, I had a bunch of retaining walls, but they were all, you know, at the end of the day, really lazy walls, just built on a whim. Yeah, built on a whim, you know, without much planning at all, and just used whatever blocks were literally in my inventory at the time. Because, I mean, I guess I wanted to adhere to some laws of physics. By the way, all this sand is going to be saved. I'm not smelting a single ounce of sand, because at the end of the day, when you're making such a big city, you need, concrete. So I also got to find a gravel source. I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm just going to make, like, the end portal gravity block duper. Like, I want to do that. But the thing is that that's, like, low-key super unethical. And I have to make sure it doesn't turn my laptop into soup. Because, like, if you're watching the stream right now, you're probably getting it from a soup POV. I'm not playing on soup. I've probably got, like, 30 FPS right now, which is... Oh, man, it shames me to break, like, all this floating sand, but it had to be done. Can't bake your cake and eat it too, you know? Alright. Gotta go empty the old Tory. But yeah, look at that. It's so flat and everything. Eventually I do gotta make like probably dedicate like one day to just getting netherite. I think, you know, eventually on one of the weekends coming up, when, you know, this, at least the CBD is built up and maybe I have like some suburbs of this small town going and maybe like a real base of operations. That's also been the main thing. I have a mega base design. Like, I literally do. I have a design, and actually me collecting all that sand is helping a lot, because this thing is going to be huge, but I don't have a place yet. I mean, I have some ideas for the place, but at the same time, I don't want to do such extensive terraform. Not because I'm lazy, it just doesn't feel, like, right, you know, like, natural. Right? Like, I don't want to... really do it that way. And I also don't want it to be so close to my city because I eventually want to develop into that area. Because, like, I'm thinking I could build it up there, but at the same time, I don't want to live in a spruce forest. Like, nothing against the taiga, but it's not my type of place. I'm thinking over here, it's a nice like meadowy plateau, and I've also got like a view, and I've also got snow, which I like. But snow doesn't fit into the vibe of the base. It's more like a French chateau. So what I'm really thinking is I terraform up and I build my own mountain. But so it's probably gonna be like have to be over here, where I just build a huge mountain, which is kind of crazy thing because it's literally gonna be overlooking, at least this part of the city. But dude, honestly, looking like flying over, like I just get the sense of such accomplishment just for placing those little roads in. It just feels so great. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna go to sleep, but I actually need to find my map. The map I made of this city so that I can track my progress, especially because I turned off my mini map. Where the hell? I know I emptied my inventory to make room. But I know for a fact I wouldn't get rid of that map. I had 32 maps on my person. Like 32 like empty maps. I'm super like confused. And now I'm seeing this and I'm super laggy. Wow, I'm looking at my stream. I'm back to lagging. Uh okay. So actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab some more of my little old stone reserves up here. Turn these into slabs. And I'm just going to connect like that area you guys see on the map, like in between those two blocks. Those are the two completed blocks. I think those other two are undersized. Just by looking off the map, I can go count it though to make sure that they're not undersized. But yeah, I'm gonna go encase at least this block in fully complete roads so that I can at least build it first. That's going to be the first block I develop, with the block next to it being developed next, because that's going to be the double warehouse I was talking about earlier. Dang, that's a lot of floating sand. That's a lot of floating sand. Holy crap. I kind of feel like Mojang should add like, I don't know, like petrified sand, which is kind of like sandstone, but has the job of, I don't know, keeping sand floating. Just seems like a cool concept. I don't know. But that also means I'm gonna have to get rid of these dunes. And then completely flatten this part. Jeez Louise, man. How's my inventory already full? Okay. I think, especially going off the theme of like all of the new urbanism that I want to perform in this city, I'm gonna end up needing like a ton. No. I'm gonna end up needing to build a primate, like a primary base of operations, like a temporary base of operations, still in the style of like an actual building, like a downtown building. that's supposed to be like very, I don't know, architecturally good. You know what I mean? Like I'm supposed to put in time and effort into this place to not only be the tallest building of this exurb, but be the nicest looking, so that like it tells more of a story, so that when I eventually convert it into, you know, whatever else it becomes, like it could become the World Trade Center for all I care. It could become office space, but whatever it becomes, it's going to need to, I guess, transition into something that's semi-important. Because I'm also, you know, planning like my first couple of farms to be here, tucked away inside of these large, semi-large buildings, because I don't need to have these super large scale farms. If I can find like a land design for a creeper farm that fits into a chunk, that would be great. But I'd really be trying to fit in like an auto, like my current like manual stone farm, or like a current auto bamboo farm I have, an auto sugarcane farm, uh, an actual and like an auto melon and pumpkin farm. So I can get more melons and pumpkins, because my current melon farm, I already had to get rid of my pumpkin farm, but my current melon farm is going to get in the way of new developments. And I don't want them all to be in one building, but I also plan on, you know, like the first two buildings that I build to be warehouses, which is a shame, but also the reality. Am I the only one who's seeing these blocks being placed and removed? I know I'm not crazy. That's the second time that's happened. Alright, well, at least I've fully encased this block. And I think I'm actually going to bring it down fully so that it's ready to be terraformed. Ready to be built, at least. I feel like I definitely have a responsibility to protect some of this land. Right? Like leave it as the floating sand dunes national park. Not even, I don't even need a national park. It could be like a state park type of thing, like a, but you get the gist. I don't feel the need to explain myself anymore. And as a matter of fact, I think I'm also going to get rid of the wool once I just do my rounds and collect all these blocks. I really thought like I was stupid for getting maxed out shears, because I kept on burning through shears trying to restructure this city, because I'd messed up on the size of my blocks like twice, so I had to tear them down and rebuild them. But it's like being able to auto mine wool, especially when wool is just so good as a boundary. It feels great. You know, I could use stuff like netherrack, which are cheaper, Instamine, but it just doesn't feel as special as using wool to mark an area. I just feel like wool really gives the more of a important vibe of the more like, hey, maybe there's going to be something that's going to caution tape type of vibe. I don't know what it is, but I mess with the wool. So now that that block's like completely flattened and is erased off the map, when I walk around it, I get the feeling that it's big, and when I walk inside it, I get the feeling that it's big. But when I walk, like when I look at it, like from the side, like I am right now, dude, there's just nothing. Like, it looks so small. And I was trying to model my block size, like after, with a ratio actually, of of road to block size. So New York City, for example, or block width. New York City's blocks are like, I don't know how big they are, but compared to like the road width, It's 3.6. It's like 3.6 feet of block for every foot of road. And now that I think of it, like that's just not the right comparison. Like there should be much less road to block here because this is not New York City. This is designed to hold way less people. Like I don't even need this is not only designed to hold less people but also, you know, less traffic is really the right word, because New York will have like 4-lane wide streets. But, you know, it also gives me a chance to, you know, use new urbanism principles. And, I don't know, add transit. I do want to add transit. But my main problem I've had has been like minecarts overlapping. So I'm going to have to work through that, especially with these small, or wide streets. Honestly, I think when it's all built and it's all said and done, these are gonna seem like small streets because, you know, after like a couple of blocks, they're just gonna seem pretty small because the building sizes are gonna become like 3-4 stories, and you're not really gonna feel like you're downtown anymore. All right. Well, now that I'm building a warehouse, I know what blocks I need, but I don't. I think I'm honestly gonna like directly copy paste my favorite warehouse from the main city. I'm just gonna take the Nether Highway because that's just the fastest way. But yeah, and I think it's gonna be like the vibe that the company that owns that warehouse in the city is the one that's starting the colonization. But or like that warehouse is city owned. I know for a fact it's like I think it's polished andesite, bricks, and bamboo, or something like that. But it's such a good design. I'm so proud of it. So I just need to be able to scale it up. But like from a block palette perspective, it doesn't need to be changed. I think I'm actually going to spend some more time in that city because at the end of the day, I'm going to need to collect emeralds through trading so that I can at least buy all the bricks that I want and buy all the polished andesite I want from my stone cutters. Yeah, and I think I'm going to end up making like a department store, which is just going to be like where all of my villagers work. So I want this to be a fully functioning city. Like I want this to carry a select amount of villagers, right? If you guys haven't been really watching Minecraft YouTube lately, you guys need to watch a guy named Block Scott Pig. He's really like the idea behind all this. Like, I love his videos. I love the pacing. I love what he's doing with the city for the most part. But it's like, no offense to the guy, but his builds are just so bad. Like, I'm like, even when I first started this city, my builds were better. I mean, this guy can't get away in an oak plank to save his life. And it's like, dude, you gotta do something. And plus, he hasn't progressed through the game at all. Like, it would kill me if I had to collect all these blocks that I'm using in, you know, stone tools. Although this road design was so nice. That's what's so good is that I can switch it up. Oh, okay, I figured it out. Yes, spruce, andesite, tough, andesite, a brick, andesite, oak framing, brick that breaks it up. Unbelievable. That's just, that design was meta. That was such a good design. I'm actually the GOAT for coming up with that. Although I feel scaled up, because I think I'm going to have that first warehouse, you know, really end up being like 4 stories tall. I think scaled up is going to be very difficult to do. But I think I'll figure something out. Oh my days. I can't mine a melon for the life of me. And I'm going to actually end up terraforming that block right next to it. Because even though the road isn't ready, because I'm not, like as you can see on the map, like there's just not enough room for a 5-block wide road. It's also not going to be as one of the more important roads. So I think I can literally have it be a thinner road. I mean, cities do it all the time, right? You know, let's say 10-meter wide road transitions, you know, and has a thing with a 20-meter wide road. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But like, you know what I'm saying. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. So I'm gonna need a lot of oak. I can't believe I'm using this oak farm again. It's like a trip down memory lane. Yeah, I just realized if I want this to be like sustainable, I need to what's the word? Get my blocks. I still have so many blocks left in my storage system in this part of the world here that I think I'm gonna end up I wouldn't say, yeah, no, I have to transfer them. I'm not gonna have much room, but I can at least bring in the tough necessary. I think I already have like the spare bricks and andesite and the spare oak for that, for a matter of fact, that's needed for this build. And the spare spruce. I have like all of that. I have so much stuff in surplus, but you never really know what's gonna happen. So let's check it out. Farmer here. Fix my shear. And my axe. Not you. Now my shovel. Alright, let's go to sleep so that at least my villagers get the opportunity to reset. And actually, no, in the meantime, I'm going to go fly over and I'm going to go check out my storage room. Because at the end of the day, it's still going to end up being like a build that's double in size, at least. Definitely double in size because it looks so great as a rectangular build. I don't know. And it's built on an even. Oh my gosh. Bro, there is no freaking way. This is built, the doors are on an even, I think. Maybe not. Oh my gosh, they're not. It's built on an odd, but the doors are even. This is supposed to be spruce plank. This is an uneven build. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Who cares? So yeah, I gotta go find my bricks. And I can also use granite to break up the occasional brick. That's not a lot of bricks. Okay. I don't think I had a chest for andesite. Okay, yeah. That's more than enough oak framing. And I know I collected a bunch of spruce, but I only need that spruce. Yeah, but I'm gonna end up using this spruce as the floor block. I'm gonna go look for more andesite. I mean, the andesite is really only used for the roof. And the tuff is used to break up the transition to the brick. Yeah, so it's not crucial. I think I'm gonna get the tuff that's, you know, needed. Dude, I have such a surplus of stone. Holy baloney. That's so much stone. There's stone in these chests, too. That's crazy. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna go trade with these guys for some more bricks, because I desperately am gonna end up needing those bricks. Let's go check it out. Farmer. I think... Okay, well, they're not resetting their... There we go. I don't know why they're not resetting their melon trades. Bro, one of you guys reset your melon trade, dude. Bro, who's it gonna be? Thank you, kind sir. Jesus. Okay. So, we have this going on. I don't think I need the andesite yet. I'm gonna go steal some more bricks and some more tough. And I think that's really just gonna end up being that. I think a stack of tough might be enough. Might not. I think it might. And maybe like one more bricks trade. Yeah, that should be good. Let's head back to the portal. My inventory's full. What can I do? And it's like the reason why I guess I'm copying that build of that warehouse. Like, it's so much better than the other warehouses because those ones I focused so heavily on the grand size and scheme of things because they were planned out so long ago. It was supposed to be like train station on the bottom, warehouse on the rest, and I was like, this is just not gonna work, right? Like, this is just not realistic building. Like, I don't have the skill for this. I don't have the time for this. So I ended up splitting them up, and that worked a lot, but I was really lazy, and those were really like the one thing in my head that I wasn't satisfied with, you know, come like the end of the 1,000 days. I'm sorry. You know what? We chill. Like, I felt like I was satisfied with almost every other part of the city, but I was like, I hadn't really developed these places. Like, I'd only built them, if you know what I mean. Like, I'd only built a shell. Like, while I could say that for the rest of the city, especially the majority of the west side, where I was just building whatever came to mind with whatever spare materials I had. Which, you know, come to think of it, I don't even know how I got that many, you know, spare materials, but that's a story for another time, I guess. But yeah, I didn't really like it. Like, at least I could go into those buildings. I'm like, yeah, these areas are rushed, but like at least I have like foliage, and like the road is nice. But it's like, wow, like when I would go look at those other buildings, I'd be like, wow, this is just such wasted potential, because the planning looks good, right? The area looks fine. Like, the retaining wall is very nice. But I did want, you know, at the end of the day, a lot of scale with that. So, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I only need to go 3. 1, 2, 3. And then, because it's like a warehouse, 1, 2, 3. I'm actually going to change it up and just have this be like a big opening. 1, 2, 3, kind of like what I have going on with those buildings in the city. And let's go like 5 blocks here. 5 blocks of spruce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I guess I could start working on the opening, because at the end of the day, it's just going to be such a high volume of goods flowing through both of these buildings. And then like here, I don't even really need to add side doors. but I think I will, just so it's like this is up to code with fire regulations or whatever tells a story. And they're gonna be the bamboo side doors that I had over there. It's literally just gonna be copy paste, just larger build. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alrighty. Granted, I do need to build the other building, which is going to be a twin building of this, and then connect them with my genius skybridge thing. I need more spruce. I need to start my own spruce farm here. I guess the skybridge is the question is just how large it's going to be, because then it's going to completely connect both buildings and they're going to become one. I guess I could put my bricks away. No, I'm going to finish at least that first side of the building and then have it connected with our magic sky bricks. I only need that much. I'm going to go sleep. Okay, let's finish off the polished stuff. And then I'm going to work on the second story. And I also guess I need to decide how large that oh my god, I just talked about that. How large the side bridge is going to be. I swear I have like dementia or something. Although, one thing I did with this place, like when I first came here, like a million years ago, is that I burned down this forest. Like, I started out manually chopping, but then I got so bored, I just used up an entire flint and steel burning down, which, at the end of the day, it gave me all of this room, but it's like, and I was still chopping alongside, like, I wasn't just watching it burn, but it's like, it would have been real nice to have all of that back, and I just used up all of my stuff on that. Oh my gosh. And then I think from here I'm going to go with the oak log layers. But I think I got to sleep first. But I think that the sky bridge might have to take up the entire area, this entire thing. Even though it's going to kind of be like a crucial sight line, as you can watch the sunrise. You're going to have boats there. Which is just a shame. Like, that is such a nice sight line. Although, over here I could also have a boat. And I could also have the sunrise. And I could also have this big building here and this big building here. And, you know, it's work in progress, though. Don't know what I'm really going to do. Let's just start out. 2, 3, 4. Building the frame. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I also liked so much about the building, 2, 3, 4, the original warehouse in the first city, 1, 2, 3, 4, is that the lack of windows. There's not that many windows, but where there is, okay, wait, this is the last side-ish building right now. But anyway, what I was saying is, like, where there are windows, they make it count. Like, those windows are small yet mighty. So I think I'm going to end up adding the windows later. So that I can come up with a design, because I'm not familiar building at a block scale of this block. Like, I know it's super unrealistic to have one block be a whole building. I've No, I think in Chicago there's a single building that takes up an entire block. But that's really going to be the case with the Central Business District. Although, I think it's also going to be very beneficial if I had like mixed use residential to at least some of these blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Low key, 5 might be the answer. 5 is always the answer. 1, 2, 3. And then that becomes the Sky Bridge. Becomes 6 blocks big. Let's go 4. Alright. That's super successful. I like that a lot. Yeah, gonna be there in just a second. Alright, let's go put the cap on this. And I think after I put this ring around, I'm gonna end up calling it a night and call, you know, the beginnings to our first building of the city successful. If you guys in the chat have any suggestions for a city name, please put it in like right now. Like, I've thought of some names, but like I really think I should like spend some time brainstorming. I mean, I've got a couple layovers coming up on some flights, so I think I'm gonna end up spending that time brainstorming of a city name. But it's gonna end up being the name of this suburb anyway. And my farm is broken. What the heck happened here? No, it's not. It's just a single block away. Where's my chest? There it is. Okay, that should be enough, hopefully. Bamboo to make some doors. And so I can at least call this like first part somewhat complete. It's like already coming together, even though it's like super boxy and super ugly. It looks good. So I'll give myself that. Okay. Just a second. Yeah, I'm not much of a streaming guy, but like I might just do this forever. Like, this is so much easier than making a video. And it's just like pure passion. Like, if I'm playing the game, I might as well stream it. Like, you know? And now, honestly, with me going story by story, I can really decide where I want to stop. And I think the fourth story is going to be where I stop. But anyway, yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning into this short little test stream. Really, this is the first stream I've had in like a super long time on this channel. Yeah, thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm gonna stream tomorrow. See y'all. Bye.